Manny, you have some thoughts on that?
I have too many thoughts on it, so I'll try to condense it.
Please.
I think I see a couple things. First of all, almost on any given week, I am asked to help identify somebody at a VP level for leadership for an agency or another. Hey, can you recommend somebody? The fact is, there's a dearth of leadership for us, and unfortunately, that stymies our growth in marketing because there's not enough people at a senior level. There's not enough of us in this marketing world right now to be able to help some of these companies make bigger and bolder moves. I think there's a big need in our industry for more leadership development, more mentorship opportunities. For some reason, it's not happening. And so even though it would seem there's a lot of people in marketing, there aren't enough people that are Latinos in corporate or in agency world that I think will help that in the short term. What I am seeing too is that agencies are all saying, hey, it's, this census results is just the latest census results. Every 10 years we get the similar thing and we think everything's going to change. I think this time it really will change because that 50% growth and that majority, what's that term that you use?
Growth majority.
The growth majority, that's a very powerful visual story there. And so I'm seeing that agents say, hey, you know what, they're not saying it's because of the census, but they're saying we want to make a bigger and bolder move because guess what? They're seeing the writing on the wall. And they're getting also the pressure from clients saying, hey, we keep hearing about this Hispanic market. Can you help us? And everybody wants to say yes.
Of course.
So there's a lot more need for what we do. For example, Hispanicize, even though we have a platform that is devoted to just helping marketers with social media, Hispanic and multicultural social media, and we have that as a service that we provide through blogger networks and things that we do. There is a conference that we do, it's a Hispanicize conference. And that conference really is a major training ground for corporations to be able to develop the expertise to take bigger and better initiatives by sharing best practices and other thought leadership. So we need to invest. I would recommend that if you're in an agency or a corporation that you invest more in professional development, not necessarily go to Hispanicize, but definitely invest in making those people stronger so that we can help, so your agency will grow because you'll be able to tackle more opportunities if your people are growing.
Well, I'll give a plug for Hispanic Reach taking place in Dallas, June 23rd as a great opportunity. We're going to take one last question. It's political, but why not? And that is, it's for Dr. Gamarra. What's the future of Marco Rubio, our Florida senator, as a prominent politician in America?
Let me just, with your permission, let me just give you, I'm not in advertising, of course, and I know nothing about, PR, but I was just playing with some figures related to your growth majority, all right? And I think you've seen these before. In the last 10 years, we grew one Buenos Aires. In the last 10 years, we grew one Ecuador. If you were to look at this growth majority as a standalone country, we would be the second largest country, Hispanic country, after Mexico. And you can go down the line of a number of different things like that. Of every 100 new residents in the last decade, 57 were Hispanics, all right? So I think that gives you a sense of where we're going. Now, politically speaking, of course, I think Marco, who also has an FIU affiliation of some sort, I think he represents this young Cuban-American leadership, a very, very bright politician. But I'm afraid that given the context, the national context, he's an up-and-coming Republican national star. But I'm not so sure that he will be able to transcend some of the trappings of the ideological struggle. I think it's a mistake to trap yourself in the far right or in the far left. And so regardless of the talent that he has, I think he's going to, in the near future, going to have to find himself a way to get back into the mainstream. And most importantly, from the perspective of Hispanics, when you look at the key issues that he was known for kind of, taking four sides of the same issue, right, on the immigration issue. And I think, for Hispanics, while immigration is a key issue, it's not really the key issue that makes us vote right now. We're concerned about economics, we're concerned about unemployment, we're concerned enormously about education. And so I think, if you sort of are out there on the right and particularly on the protectionist right on immigration, that this isn't going to help you save but for a very small segment of the Hispanic voting population. So if he's going to become the Hispanic president, the Hispanic representative, he's going to have to move toward the middle. Yeah.
I think if he can stay out of scandal,
Yeah.
especially as it comes to women, because that has always been the downfall of our rising stars. I think he will moderate, actually. You know, when you're in office, politicians tend to moderate. Obama was going to shut down Guantanamo overnight, but when he got there, he must have gotten the reality of like, okay, this is not as easy as it looks from the outside. I think he'll moderate and probably will become that person. I hope anyway he does. And I sure as hope that he does not get into any problems with women.
I don't think he has that track record.
Too, so.
He doesn't have that track record. So.
Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on this webcast. The webcast will be saved and available on our YouTube channel on ULink America. So please follow it and share it with your friends, and thank you very much for joining us.